Well, I was concerned about the future of my kids because I don't want they to have that problem in the future.
Our top story, it may be in our homes and we don't even know it. The new program thousands of us may qualify for to keep our kids from being poisoned.
Then hundreds come together to try to stop the violence, the measures they're taking, and the messages they hope to send.
And later, hundreds are taking to the great outdoors, the items they're picking up during their annual cleanup.
On the air, you're watching the next generation of news. 23 News at 6 starts now.
Lead poisoning close to home. Good evening and welcome to 23 News at 6. I'm Kathleen Cohen.
And I'm Eric O'Brien. Thanks for joining us tonight.
It's not just in Flint. National surveys estimate more than 3 million kids' bodies are poisoned with lead. And according to Illinois health departments, over 5,000 children ages 6 or younger here in the land of Lincoln have tested positive. That's
15% of our kids. If we're looking at our walls right now thinking we're in the clear, creating lead-safe Rockford shows us at least 75,000 of us may want to reconsider.
It's not about the money, it's about the safety of your kids.
Lead poisoning is a very real fear. And it keeps many parents living in classic homes like David Biza up all night.
They love watching outside, or we have squirrels around, cats, the police. So they run through the window and like to watch it. If one of my kids gets sick now with lead, I have to spend $1,000 more in the future.
And you hold it, make sure you got it all.
Biza is taking advantage of a new government-funded Lead-Safe Rockford program.
Here's upstairs.
The father of 4's doors and windows have been replaced because his Belvedere house was built in 1900, 78 years before America realized the dangers of lead-based paint.
So the windows are opening and closing, they're rubbing that lead-based paint up and down, it's creating dust. They're hitting the sills, it's creating dust. Doors, if they're rubbing against the jambs, they're creating dust. So that dust gets on the floor, the kids play on the floor, young kids put everything in their mouths, their toys, their fingers.
Lead bases last longer and are tough on mildew, but carry life-altering consequences for kids under 6.
It can delay their development. It can cause learning problems. It can cause lifelong behavioral problems. There we go. Negative, negative.
X-ray fluorescence analyzers, or XRFs, read all lead levels in paint.
When you're in an older home, it's probably been painted multiple times. You know, the top layer might be latex paint over top of old lead-based paint.
Now with peace of mind, Biza's kids, who were feeling boarded up, see a whole new light.
They say, I can see outside. It's amazing. It's beautiful. I wish everyone could replace their windows under the program.
At least 75,000 homes in the Winnebago-Boone County area were built before 1978 and are at risk. Find out more about the program and if you qualify at WIFR.com.
Now, of course, lead is something that is a national concern right now. When you were learning about this program, is there anything that surprised you?
Yeah, 2 things. Now, the first being, you don't actually have to have a kid in your house. If a kid frequents your house, you can qualify for this program. The second thing is, have you ever put lead in your mouth? What do you think it tastes like? Yeah, not many of us have. Well, right here, this is some coffee sweetener. This, when your kids are eating it, very sweet. This is what lead tastes like. And yeah, I had no idea. So once they get a taste of it, they're going to want to keep putting it in their mouths. And you're training very bad habits that way.
Of course, that's very dangerous as well. Thank you, Eric. Well, coming up, 2 fatal accidents, one in Rockford and one in Boone County. We'll have those details in just a few minutes.
But first, climatologist Star Derry is in the 23 Storm Team Weather Lab to tell us what to expect for a Saturday night.
Well, this evening will be uninterrupted. It'll be very quiet and even comfortable. Here's a look at your current temperatures. We sit at 66 degrees in Rockford. We do have storms in the forecast, so stay with us. I'll time those out for you in your full planning forecast in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Star. A 54-year-old man is dead after an accident on Rockford's south side last night. Rockford police say an SUV was traveling southbound on 11th Street near Blackhawk Road around 10 p.m. The SUV collided with a motorcycle, and the driver of that motorcycle was pronounced dead at the scene. His identity has not been released. Police are still investigating.
Hundreds are coming together, marching to silence the violence. The first annual Take Your City event at Victory Outreach Church brought hundreds of neighbors together to march through Rockford's west side.
Jesus loves you, that there's hope, that you don't have to be out there killing people.
Groups broke into teams to rally and walk from the two sides of East and West State Street to Fairgrounds Park on Kilburn Avenue. Free lunch was provided to everyone after the march.
Protecting our identities by shredding personal information before throwing it in the trash. The Better Business Bureau and Members Alliance are offering a free community shred day. Today, people could use on-site shredding services by bringing in up to 2 boxes of paper. The goal is to help prevent identity theft.
Well, it's important to shred because of identity theft. Identity theft is on the rise. It's not going to go away. Got to keep those sensitive documents out of the hands of the criminals, and this is one of the best ways of doing it.
Personal information like birth certificates, social security cards, insurance policies, and wills should all be kept in a safety deposit box.
It's an effort to clean up our forests trails. Earth Day may have been yesterday, but volunteers are heading to the great outdoors this weekend. Over 100 volunteers did their part to help clean up the debris left from the winter to pick up trash. The event is aimed at ending littering, improving recycling, and beautifying the community. To find out where you can volunteer, you can visit WIFR.com. Well, still to come on 23 News at 6, Dino lovers listen up, where you can see and feel dinosaurs in the state line this weekend.
Plus, a music legend dies, but his memory lives on. How Prince is being remembered in his hometown and right here in the state line. That's next.
And party like it's 1999. Omar Villafranca, CBS News, Chanhassen, Minnesota.
The ripple effect of the icon's recent passing has been felt throughout the country, and now the Forest City is paying its own unique respects.
The Rock River's edge will be a world of purple throughout the weekend in honor of Prince. The 57-year-old pop icon is reported to have died suddenly in his Minnesota home Thursday morning. His mega hit Purple Rain was so big it hit the big screen, as you just saw, and now Variety is reporting that the flick will come back. Much like the artist was in his career, Prince's death still remains a mystery after the autopsy.
And Star Dairy joins us now with a look at the weather. How is it shaping up for the second half of the weekend? I heard we could see some rain, but I don't think it's purple rain.
No, it won't be, but we will see the clouds move in as soon as tomorrow. No freeze warnings here this week.
It's starting to get really beautiful, but there is a price to be paid. This girl is paying it with allergy season being here.
I know. If you guys have any remedies, please let me know. Get on our social media pages.
Send them quickly. She needs them.
Well, coming up in sports, the Blackhawks and the Ice Hawks were both on the brink of having their seasons ended tonight.
And the Blackhawks get one big reinforcement for their must-win Game 6 tonight. Scott is live at the United Center to tell you why he will make the difference next on the Sports Ticket.
Absolute rocket finds the mark again, but how about those Blackhawks? Crazy win.
It's amazing what happens when you get a guy like Shaw back in the energy. You just see something different.
I mean, after that first period, I didn't want to say I was counting them out because you can never count this team out, but it looked pretty bleak. And now we're going back to St. Louis.
So now the question is, who feels more pressure, the defending champs
it's got to be the Blues? Got to be the Blues. They're feeling it all right now.
I like to think that they won because Star and I coordinated. She wore red and I wore black.
That's fine.
That's why.
I'm fine with that. Do that again on Monday.
I'm not a St. Louis fan. That's not why I went blue.
Well, still to come on the 23 News update at 10. So we'll have one last look at our forecast. But first, here's a look at tonight's winning lottery numbers. Good luck. Thanks for staying with us. It's a proud day here at WIFR.
3 of our anchors won awards from the Illinois Associated Press.
Best News Writer goes to 23 Sports Director Scott Grodsky. Best Investigative Report goes to 23 News anchor Mike Garrigan for his story, Who Plays to Pay? And Scott Grodsky came in first for Best Light Feature, followed by Whitney Martin in second place.
Scott Grodsky also came in first for Sports Feature. Whitney Martin came in second for Best Series or Documentary. And the WIFR team won second place for Best Spot News Coverage. That was for our coverage of the tornado aftermath.
And hopefully no tornadoes anytime soon.
We're just going to keep an eye on the storms for Monday and Wednesday. We'll continue to track those, but tomorrow looks very nice.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Have a good evening.